What is up, everyone? This is Jack Southall here, back again with another video, and today I have got a pretty big video actually. I've decided not only am I going to do my WWE Royal Rumble 2017 predictions, I might as well do my NXT TakeOver San Antonio predictions as well. So you're getting two prediction videos in one, so what more could you ask for? Pretty good in my opinion. So yeah, let's not muck around, man. Let's get straight into the predictions. Let's start off with NXT TakeOver San Antonio. Of course I'm excited for it. I've actually been kind of out of the loop for NXT recently, and I have no idea why. You know, it's not because I hate it or anything, but for some reason I'm just out of it. I think maybe the wrestlers I'm not really that fond of yet, and I need some time to really get myself attached to them or whatever, but who cares, you know, I still think this is going to be a very, very good show. And will it surpass Royal Rumble? Probably in quality, but yeah, let's not muck around, let's get into the predictions. So, first match we'll talk about is Roderick Strong versus Andre Almaz. Loved how they've turned Andre Almaz heel. I don't know if he was a heel at the last TakeOver event. I think he might have, if he even had a match there, but I'm really happy that they've turned him heel. It's definitely, you know, made his character a lot more exciting, because he wasn't really getting, you know, the fans weren't really digging him as a face, so it just makes sense for him to turn heel. And Roderick Strong's been in the company for, I'd say, a couple months now, and from what I've heard, he's been doing alright, so I'm really happy for him to see that he's finally on NXT. I've seen him do some great stuff on Ring of Honor and all that kind of stuff, so for him to have a big match on a big stage is pretty awesome. So who do I think is going to win? Although I can see Andre Almaz kind of winning, I'm going to go with Roderick Strong. I think WWE should really build this guy up for the NXT brand and make him honestly a main event talent, because, you know, they've been really missing some of them recently. So yeah, you know, build up Roderick Strong and make him one of the big stars on NXT, and, you know, that'd be really, really awesome. So yeah, my pick is Roderick Strong to win that match. Next up is Eric Young versus Ty Dillinger. Eric Young is now the leader of Sanity, a new, like, post-apocalyptic stable that is in NXT at the moment. It's him, Alexander Wolf, and Nicky Cross, and, you know, they kind of just want to cause havoc and anarchy and all that stuff. And so Eric Young on NXT tried to convince Ty Dillinger to come over to Sanity and kind of join him and all that kind of stuff, and Ty just will not accept. You know, he's going to stay true to himself and all that, because, you know, he's the perfect 10. He doesn't need to be with Sanity, you know, which I think is really awesome. You know, Ty Dillinger looked like a really good babyface going into this feud, and but overall, who do I think is going to win? I think Eric Young is going to win. I feel like the Sanity faction can be very, very good, and a very strong faction, and I feel like a win over Ty Dillinger will definitely get Eric Young up a few points. You know, he had a great career in TNA, and now he's finally in NXT, and now he's got something kind of going for him, which is really good. So hopefully these two have a very solid match, should be very good, and yeah, my pick is Eric Young. Then we get a fatal 4-way match for the NXT Women's Championship. It is Asuka defending against Nicky Cross from Sanity, Billie Kay, and Peyton Royce. So the two Aussie chicks who have kind of been in a little bit of a team lately, you know, they've kind of been, you know, the bad Aussie girls or whatever, kind of trying to take out Asuka and all that kind of stuff. And of course Nicky Cross, you know, I remember her having a stare down with Asuka a few weeks ago on NXT or whatever, and all four of them had a big punch up on this, like, on the recent episode of NXT. I still need to watch it, by the way. Who do I think is going to win from this situation? I think we're going to see a new champion. I think Nicky Cross is going to win the NXT Women's Championship. How? I don't think she's going to pin Asuka. I think Asuka's going to get taken out somehow, and Nicky is going to pin either Billie or Peyton, one of those two girls. You know, I think, you know, to build up Sanity's credit and to make them like a really, you know, stable, badass tag team that's gonna run roughshod over NXT, I feel like Nicky Cross winning the NXT Women's title will not hurt them at all. So yeah, I predict Nikki Cross to win the NXT Women's Championship, but I don't think she's going to pin Asuka. Next, we have a match for the NXT Tag Team Championships. It is DIY, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa defending against the Authors of Pain. And I feel like the Authors of Pain are going to become the NXT Tag Team Champions. I don't know how Gargano and Ciampa are going to find a way to beat the Authors of Pain. I just can't see that happening. The Authors of Pain are they're just too strong for them. You know, look at the size of them. They're fucking huge. And you know they won the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic at Toronto, so I feel like this is going to be the first step of them just absolutely wrecking the tag team division on NXT, and we kind of need those figures, you know, to you know, a very strong, stable team in the NXT tag team division, because we haven't really had that since maybe the Ascension. And you know, look what happened to them. They didn't really do much. But I feel like the Authors of Pain are really going to grab the tag team division by the nuts and just take out every competitor in their way. So yeah, I'm going to predict the Authors of Pain to win, but I feel like DIY is going to put on a good effort. Then in the main event, it is for the NXT Championship. It is Shinsuke Nakamura defending against Bobby Roode. Very excited about this match. I feel like this will be a match of the night, definitely. Nakamura is going to put on a good showing, and so is Bobby Roode. And I think Nakamura is going to retain. I feel like Nakamura is going to retain. They're going to have a rematch at Orlando, and I feel like that's when Bobby's going to beat Shinsuke for the title, and then maybe Shinsuke can get called up to the main roster after that. Who knows? But as for right now, Nakamura retains in a very good match, in my opinion. That's what I think is going to happen. And yeah, those are my little NXT TakeOver San Antonio predictions. Now, onto the Royal Rumble pay-per-view for the main roster. And I'm actually very, very excited for this Royal Rumble. I'm always excited for the Royal Rumble. Hopefully they don't let us down like they have in the past, which would not be good. So we have 3 matches on the pre-show, and we have 5 matches on a 4-hour show. Yeah, it's 4 hours, guys. I hope you're fucking excited for that. Seriously, couldn't the WWE just move like 1 match onto the main show? It wouldn't hurt, guys. It wouldn't hurt. But yeah, let's just talk about these matches. First, we have a match for the Raw Tag Team Championships. It is Cesaro and Sheamus defending against Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, and for some reason 2 referees will be assigned to this match because, I don't know, I haven't been paying attention to Raw recently. I just think Raw is the drizzling shits at the moment. I just cannot get excited for that show in general. But who do I feel like is going to win? I feel like Cesaro and Sheamus are going to retain. Gallows and Anderson, surely they have to get their title soon, surely. But I don't think right now, not on the pre-show anyway, for God's sake. Cesaro and Sheamus, they just won the championships from the New Day. Give them a good run. Maybe not as long as New Day's reign, but just make it a good, solid run, you know, for Cesaro and Sheamus. And, you know, they're finally starting to get along, so I feel like they're going to start clicking and, you know, kicking people's asses inside that ring. That's what I really think is going to happen. So yeah, I predict Cesaro and Sheamus to retain the Raw Tag Team titles. So next match we have here is Sasha Banks versus Nia Jax. Now I have been sort of paying attention to this feud, and I've kind of been liking what I've seen. You know, I think there was one bit where Sasha keeps getting constantly injured. I think it was like a knee or whatever, and you know, Nia keeps injuring that. And I think this week on Raw she kind of played up the fact that she was injured, but she really wasn't, and now she's gonna fight Nia Jax at the Rumble. Who do I think is gonna win? Maybe Sasha, or I think I might have to go with Nia Jax. You know, build her up, man. Build her up for a women's championship in the future. You know, she could definitely use a win. So yeah, Nia Jax to win in that match. And another women's match is a 6-woman tag team match on SmackDown. Becky Lynch, Nikki Bella, and Naomi taking on Alexa Bliss, Mickie James, and Natalya. Yes, Mickie James is going to be in this match. It was revealed that she was La Luchadores, or whatever the fuck her name was, the luchador girl that's been helping Alexa Bliss win her matches, and really enjoyed that. Of course, Natalya and Nikki Bella are in a very personal feud at the moment, and I think Naomi might be feuding with Alexa in the future, because this week on SmackDown, you know, Naomi was meant to wrestle, I think it was Natalya, but she had a brawl with Nikki Bella in the back, and Naomi's like, look, I want some competition, I want to fight someone, man. And so Alexa Bliss came out to kind of mock her and all that, and you know, and then Naomi kind of stood her ground and all that. So yeah, that was pretty cool. You know, building up feuds, just little feuds in the future. I like that. Who I think is going to win? Because Mickie James has just come back, I say the team of Alexa Bliss, Mickie James, and Natalya. Not only because Alexa Bliss is the women's champion at the moment, but Mickie James just returned, so make her, you know, make that team look strong and look good, and going into whatever things going on in the future. And so yeah, I predict the heel team to win that. So onto the main card, we'll talk about the Cruiserweight Championship match between Neville and Rich Swann, the champion, and haven't paid attention much to this at all because it's on Raw, but I have been seeing what Neville's doing, and I'm really liking his new heel persona. I think turning him heel was just the perfect thing to do, and honestly, if he keeps this up, I might have to tune in to the Cruiserweights just to see what Neville will do, because I've been really interested in him by the way his new heel persona is going, so I'm really enjoying that. Who do I think is going to win? Rich Swann's going to retain, in my opinion. I feel like he's going to hold on to it for at least until Mania, if he even defends it at Mania, who knows. But yeah, my prediction is Rich Swann. Next we have the Raw Women's Championship match between Charlotte Flair and Bayley. I haven't really paid... See, this is the thing with Raw. I haven't been paying attention to it because I don't give a shit about Raw. It fucking sucks, man. Like, I saw the promo Bayley cut on Charlotte, I think it was like a few weeks ago, and she was making these, you know, really bad poems and all that. I'm like, that's the best she could do for Bayley. Like, come on. Yeah, so I mean, is going to win. Charlotte's going to win. Let's just be real. Charlotte's going to win with shenanigans, with bullshit, and all that kind of stuff. Bayley's going to get screwed over. It's not going to be a clean victory, and that's how Charlotte's going to retain. Maybe like a roll-up or something, or Dana Brooke gets involved. I don't know what's going on with Charlotte and Dana Brooke and how their relationship's going at the moment. But yeah, I predict Charlotte Flair to retain the Raw Women's title. Next we'll talk about the no disqualification match for the Universal Championship. Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns, and Chris Jericho will be suspended in a shark cage because why not? Just to piss around with people. I don't know how the dynamic with Jericho in the shark cage will take place. Maybe something goes on where like Owens goes for the pop-up powerbomb, and when he goes to chuck Roman in the air, he like climbs onto he grabs onto the shark cage. Maybe something like that would actually be pretty cool. I wouldn't mind that actually. But who I think is gonna win? I don't want it to be Roman, man. I really don't want it to be Roman. You know what? I'm probably going to be wrong here, but I'm picking Kevin Owens, man. I really think Kevin Owens is going to retain. I hope he does. Please retain Kevin. I don't want Roman Reigns as Universal Champion, but yeah, I want that Owens-Jericho match. If we're not going to get Owens versus Balor for WrestleMania, might as well get Owens versus Jericho, you know, at WrestleMania 33 this year. Who cares? But yeah, I just don't want Roman winning the Universal title. Fight Braun Strowman or something in a non-title match. So who cares? But yeah, my prediction is that Kevin Owens hopefully retains the championship. Next match is for the WWE Championship. It's just called the WWE title now, no world title or anything, which I prefer. I like how it's just called the WWE title. So it's going to be the face that runs the place, the champ that runs the camp. AJ Styles defending against John Cena. And I'm going to have to pick Cena on this one. I'm picking John Cena for this. AJ Styles had a good run of that championship, in my opinion. He's been quite a good champion, I'd say. But I think WWE really wants to go with that Cena Taker match. But, well, Vince scrapped the idea, apparently. But, you know what? I'm picking Cena anyway, just so he can get that 16 world title win. under his belt, but yeah, man, I wouldn't be surprised if Cena did win, because that's what I'm predicting, because that's what John Cena does. But if AJ Styles retains, I'll be as happy as Larry. It'd be fantastic. So yeah, my prediction is AJ Styles to retain. And then we get to the big one, the 2017 Royal Rumble match. And the participants as of right now are Goldberg, Brock Lesnar, The New Day, Chris Jericho, Braun Strowman, Baron Corbin, The Undertaker, Dean Ambrose, The Miz, Dolph Ziggler, Cesaro, Sheamus, the Wyatt family, Big Show, Sami Zayn, Big Cass, Rusev, and Mojo Rawley. So those are the 22 out of 30 competitors. I expect a couple of surprise entrances in there. I hope I see Kurt Angle. I really want to see Kurt Angle show up somehow. Maybe like a cruiserweight will pop in there. Maybe someone from the UK Championship tournament, like Tyler Bate, because he's a champion. Or maybe Pete Dunne. That'd be pretty cool. See Pete Dunne there. Who else could that? Kurt Angle. Oh god, I know he's in the Hall of Fame now, but how awesome would it be just to hear Kurt's music? Could you imagine the pop he'd get for that? My goodness. Look here, maybe some NXT call-ups. I am predicting that Samoa Joe is going to get in this match. I mean, he's not really doing anything on NXT right now. Like, I don't think he's doing anything, so now would be the perfect time to call up Samoa Joe. And just another thing I want to see as well, at number 10, Ty Dillinger. You've got to let that happen, WWE. Come on. Come on, guys. Just this one time for us, please. I know you don't like listening to your fans, but please, that'd be awesome. But who do I want to win? I want to see Finn Balor return and eliminate everyone and win the Royal Rumble. That's what I want. But who do I actually think is going to win? I'm saying Undertaker. That's my honest-to-God prediction. I think Undertaker's going to win and face John Cena for the championship at WrestleMania 33. Have a big money match. Have that Undertaker-Cena match. Cena will probably beat him at WrestleMania and end his career. Who knows, man? Who knows? But that's what I can see happening. Yeah, just for that scenario alone. Jericho could win it, so he can have his match with Owens at WrestleMania. The best friends colliding. But yeah, what I see is just Undertaker's going to win. He's going to face John Cena, or maybe AJ Styles. Taker versus Styles, I'd be down for that. But the more realistic approach is that Undertaker's going to win so he can face John Cena at WrestleMania. That's just how I see things as of right now. So yeah, my prediction to win the Royal Rumble is The Undertaker. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this pretty lengthy video of me talking about NXT TakeOver San Antonio and the Royal Rumble at the Alamo. Hope you have enjoyed my predictions. If you did, make sure to leave a like, comment down below your predictions for the event. If you want to see more from me, hit that subscribe button. You'd be glad you did. Twitter and Instagram's at JackamanLaw31 if you want to check me out there. Thank you so much for watching. This should be a fun weekend for wrestling, and I'm out in 3, 2, 1.